Okay, so today we're going to go over some new capabilities that are in 10.1. And right now I'm going to go over the AlignEdge tool. It's great for cleaning up gaps and overlap with the parcel layer. And sometimes it will work with going from parcels to parcel lines, but it may have hiccups when you're really close to the data. So first off, the new topology toolbar has a couple new things on it. If you have condo topology and cadastral topology, you will no longer see a drop down. You'll see this little button instead. This little button will give you that same capability where you could pick between cadastral and condo. What they did is they consolidated the map topology and the geodatabase topology into one control, and that's why you see the consolidation. As one button, it streamlines the toolbar. You guys never use map topology, but geodatabase topology you do, and you do need to be able to select between condo topology as well as cadastral. So I'm going to just go ahead and keep cadastral topology on there. I'm going to say OK. Another new thing is I have a topology edit tool, which I'll go over in a little bit, and topology edit trace tool. And I'll go over the differences there. But really what I'm focusing on is this new tool called AlignEdge. So where AlignEdge is going to be handy is when you're really close, those little tiny gaps that you come across that you can't fix, that can be quite frustrating. So, with our old tolerance, we couldn't necessarily get this close to the data for one, but two, these were a pain to fix, and there's a lot of errors out there, obviously, that where these still exist. Before, you could have done like a reshape edge, which that's what me and Jesus used a lot of for the cleanup. Also, you could have used a autocomplete to fill in this area. Well, now with the AlignEdge, what you do is you get this little feedback, and like I'm doing here, I'm just moving the cursor back and forth. I'm not clicking on the mouse or anything. I'm just literally just highlighting over the edge where I want to go to. I'm using parcel lines as a basis. Okay, if parcel lines is over here, then I need to move this parcel edge to be next to parcel lines. And the feedback just tells me this is the edge that's going to go from this point to this point. So let me just do that. So if I just single click one here, go to the feedback, click again, it snaps and closes that parcel up. As you can see, parcels and parcel lines aren't exactly on top of one another. That's a display issue. That's a display bug. But we're also at 1 to 0.4, and that wasn't something that we were able to do before. So I guess at this point, just get them as closely as possible, but you definitely want to clean up the gaps. Let's go find another one. There's another one. So here we go again. I'm going to take this edge and I'm going to move it over here. So I single click and come over here. The feedback is there. It's a little display-wise not perfect, but let's click again. Snap. Do it again. Single click again, close off. I'm using the B key to pan. That's a shortcut. Click once, click again, and literally that's it. I mean, it's with small overlaps and gaps, this is a great tool. You may have even use it with bigger ones, but it's really handy for these, because these are really a pain to clean up if you don't have this. Jesus and I used basically what they had before, but it was a lot more manual, where we did these like traces and whatnot to do what I'm doing here, but it wasn't as automated as it is now. So click again, and then I literally just traverse this whole area, cleaning up these little gaps. Once again. Of course, this is on the test server. That's just too bad, because I would have had this area cleaned up. I'll do one more. But there you go. So basically that's a demonstration of how to use the AlignEdge tool at 10.1, and it is the recommended approach for cleaning up tiny overlaps and tiny gaps between parcels, between AOI. If you see gaps in AOI, that's going to be great for that. And in some instances, it will work actually with between parcels and parcel lines. But just be careful when you're really, really, really tight. It seems like there may be some quirks in there. If you're closer than, I'm at 1 to 3 right now. And as far as I know, none of you guys, except for Pepe, may be at this extent. But if I go out, I'm pretty tight. These are small little slivers. Small, tiny little slivers. So these are pretty much impossible to clean up at 10.1. I mean at 10.0. So I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, so yeah, so here's an area where I'm at 1 to 1.21. I'm showing parcel lines, which is that left line, and then that right line, this is the parcel polygon. So let me turn back parcel lines, and I can do the same thing here too. Now be careful with parcels and parcel lines in the sense that if you're really, really close to the data, you may actually encounter discrepancies in the data. So you may have to undo your edits at some point when you're below, when you're in the 1 to 0.8 realm. But here, like I said, I'm at 1 to 1.21. And so what I want to do is I want to align the parcel polygon edge to the parcel line edge. So I do the same thing I do with gaps and overlaps. I just click on the parcel line, the parcel edge, single click there, come over to the parcel line edge, and now they line up. And literally I can just do this for basically everything. I mean, it's great capability. Let's see if I can flag one that doesn't work. But so here we go. We're going to go another time. I just want to make sure I'm on the right line. Go from parcel, the parcel edge. Click over here to the parcel line edge. Snap. Okay, so there's a demonstration of cleaning up at least gaps in the line work, but you can also use it to align parcels and parcel lines when you're at extremely small scales. So hope you guys find this worthwhile, and I will create more.